What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The O-PINION. Look here, Dwight Howard is bugging. Let's get to it. All right, let's get right into it. Y'all know what I just mentioned. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard is coming out, and he's been, I follow Dwight Howard on social media. And he's been doing a lot of weird stuff. Let me preface this by saying I like Dwight Howard. This isn't anything personal against him or anything as an attack against him. I actually when myself as a Lakers fan, when we won the ship in the bubble, I wanted the Lakers to bring Dwight Howard back, but they let him go. He went on to Philly, I believe, the next season. So look here, I am not a Dwight Howard hater, but I'm about to call it like I'm seeing it. All right, Dwight Howard drafted into the NBA in 2004. I believe he played around 8 seasons with the Orlando Magic. This is my thing with Dwight Howard. He came into the league. He was a force. Hold on, let me. What are these muscles called? Shoulder muscles. What are they called? What are the shoulder muscles called? What is the muscles? Your deltoids. That's all I really remember from young Dwight Howard, is that he had these huge shoulder muscles that I never could understand why you needed muscles that big to play basketball, right? Clearly, it affected his ability to play basketball because Dwight never developed his game. Matter of fact, let me see here. Matter of fact, Dwight Howard, all I ever remember Dwight Howard doing is dunking the ball and catching alley-oops. Literally. That's all I remember from him in his prime. I don't ever remember him with a post game. I don't ever remember Dwight with a back to the back post game, be able to pivot and turn around and square up with his face to the basket, make a move. He never did anything like that. Dwight Howard was nothing but he was a great defensive player, right? I'm not going to take that away from him. Dwight was a great defensive player. Look, great athlete, okay? Great athlete. Not going to take that away from him. I just had this moment where I just thought of when Kobe dunked on Dwight. Oh, that was a low light of his career. Anyway, Dwight Howard. I was trying to see something real quick. I'm going to look at his free throw percentage, right? Career stats. Like, one thing about Dwight is like he was like a poor man's Shaq. He was dominant, but he just wasn't as dominant as somebody like Shaq. You can maybe say, well, Dwight he never had a Kobe early in his career. He never had a Dwayne Wade, right? He never had a Penny Hardaway. So you can maybe look at his career and say, he didn't have that. I mean, when he took the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals in 2009, he was really led by like Hedo Turkoglu and Jameer Nelson. That was not a great roster. He had a hell of a year that year. I'm looking at his stats right now. In 2009, Dwight, he averaged he had a great year. He averaged 20 points a game. The one thing about Dwight, and let's get to the craziness. All right, let's get back on track. Right, this is what I really wanted to talk about. Dwight's been doing some really weird stuff on social media. First of all, for the last few months, he's been seeking attention from the NBA because he's not in the league anymore. So anytime players get eliminated or anything like that, he's on social media asking players and telling them to come play with me in Taiwan. Have you ever seen these clips of Dwight Howard playing in Taiwan? This dude is like shooting threes. He's got a full arsenal that we never saw him play like in the NBA. It's like Dwight didn't start taking basketball seriously until his second go around with the Lakers when he came back. And then I think when Kobe passed, I think that really hit him. Because I even heard him mention it and say things where, you know, he didn't like his first introduction to Kobe Bryant in LA. Kobe was a little bit too hard on him. Kobe wasn't feeling all the joking around and not being serious about basketball. And, you know, that didn't work out because he was out of there real quick. But like I said, I don't believe Dwight got serious about basketball until his career was almost over. Prior to that, he's playing around. He's grabbing his teammates' nuts on the bench. You remember that? He's doing a lot of weird stuff. He's joking. He's just like the common jokester. You know, he's clearly not taking this game seriously. He's clearly not in the gym working on this game. But I find it funny when Dwight's like almost time, the father time is clicking, like it's your time to get out of the game. All of a sudden, he wanted to develop a game and work on his game. You know, and he's got to understand he could have been so much greater. You can't get mad at the league for not putting you in the top 75. You can't get mad at the league for not giving you this sort of respect that you think you deserve. Like I said, he's on social media now. Look like he's paying it for attention. He's telling guys, come play with him in Taiwan. And now he's saying weird stuff like, you know, he was better than Nikola Jokic. Like, Dwight, I think you smoking a little bit too much. I know they made weed and all this stuff legal now, but I think you're tripping, man. I think that Dwight Howard has gone to Taiwan and he's playing in a league where he can just completely look literally like Superman out there. And I think he really thinks that he's like Superman now. Like he's really this greatest player ever. Dwight, you never played like that in the NBA. You didn't. You just didn't. You know, you could have if you cared. You know, I think Dwight was one of these guys. He's one of these guys that we're really seeing in the NBA now. Is they come in the league, they have a lot of talent, they get a lot of money, and with money comes a lot of the great stuff. The cars, the houses, the power, the fame, the access, the women, and I think Howard and I think Dwight indulged himself a little bit into that, you know, where I don't think basketball was, you know, I don't think basketball was his priority at times, and I watched a clip the other day where it's the 2013 season where Dwight Howard joins Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant is talking to the media prior to the season. And Kobe is basically saying, my job is to eventually pass the torch to Dwight Howard. And Dwight take the Lakers into the future. That's what the Lakers were expecting out of him. And he just wasn't taking the game seriously. And so when you have these blemishes early in your career, you cannot then come back and talk about, I should be compared to Nikola Jokic. And buddy, we don't forget everything that you did. I love that late in your career, you look like you tried to get it, but it was a little bit too late. Again, Dwight is saying crazy things now, like he is, he's basically a top 10 center to ever play in the NFL. I call bullshit. He's not top 10 centers to ever play in the NBA. I'm sorry, did I say NFL right now? I'm in the NBA. I had NFL up right here. I'm gonna go through the list of some of these, some of the great big men, centers. You know what? And I'm going to do Dwight a favor. I'm not even going to mention all the big men. So I'm not going to mention guys that really were centers, like Tim Duncan. Like, I'm not even going to mention guys like Kevin Garnett. You know, when you talk about big men that would shit all over Dwight Howard, guys like Rasheed Wallace, you know, I'm not going to mention. I'm going to do him a favor because I do like Dwight Howard. I like him as a person, but he's on some Dwight, you on some bullshit. You know damn well you're doing this for attention. You're saying this kind of stuff because the summer leagues is going on right now. You're trying to say some craziness to get some attention because training camps is starting up and all that, and you trying to get on a roster. And you bugging. So let me see. Top centers of all times. All right. Now, let's run through the list real quick. Shaquille O'Neal. Dwight Howard. You're not better than Shaq. You're not even close to Shaq. You could have been, but you're not. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No. Wilt Chamberlain. No. You ain't better than Wilt. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hell no. Hakeem got some of the greatest basketball skill sets of all times. I would say only next to Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Hell no. That's 4. So you're saying that you're top 10. Well, we already got 4 slots down, buddy. We got only 6 left for you. Bill Russell. Hell no. What, Bill went to like 13 NBA finals? Hell no. David Robinson. You ain't better than the Admiral, buddy. Try again. That's 6. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing had, I believe, 8 or 9 seasons where he averaged. No. You know what? I think Patrick Ewing. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Let me check because I'm about to shit all over Dwight Howard right now. Patrick Ewing stats. All right, here we go right here. I'm gonna look at Patrick Ewing's points per game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Patrick Ewing had 13 seasons where he averaged over 20 points a game. And a lot of those seasons, they were like 24 a game, 25 a game. Do you want to know how many seasons Dwight Howard averaged over 20 points a game? Only 4. 4. Patrick Ewing averaged 13. So let me get back to this list. You ain't better than Patrick Ewing. What's that, 7? You ain't better than Moses Malone, buddy. No. How many of y'all got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 2 chances left to be in the top 10 centers of all times list. Let me see. I'm gonna do some honorable mentions, but you know the last 2 slots. You ain't better than Nikola Jokic, my man. That's 9. You ain't better than Joel Embiid, my boy. That's 10. You ain't a top 10 center of all times. And then he tried to word it. I have a top 10 resume of all times. My resume is... You ain't got no top 10 resume. You ain't a top 10 center of all times. Now, I said I was going to get into some honorable mentions because it's some centers that played in the NBA that maybe Dwight Howard, you might have forgot about, that you're not better than. You're not better than Arvydas Sabonis. You're not. You're not better than, I'm taking Paul Gasol over you. I'm taking a healthy Yao Ming over you. That's 3. This is 10, man. You may not even be top 20, but you might be top 20. Let me see. Some will take Dikembe Mutombo over you. I mean, is that too crazy to say? A lot of people would take Alonzo Mourning over you. A lot of people going to take Willis Reed and Robert Parrish over you. and George Mikan. George Mikan was a basketball player like when my grandfather watched basketball. I can't tell you too much about him. But everybody that ever watched him said he was a bad mud, you know what I mean? Bill Walton is a top 50 all-time center. I didn't even name him yet. You like, Dwight, you more like, you worried about being top 10. You are more like 15 to 20. You feel what I'm saying? You know what's wrong with this new generation? This new generation, everybody just can't be. Everybody want to say, I'm the GOAT, I'm number one. It's only one number one. Everybody, it's nothing wrong with saying you was great in your universe. Dwight Howard, you're a god. You will be in the Hall of Fame one day because you will. You was a great defensive player. You went to like 4 All-Star games. Probably more than that. Like I think 8 All-Star games. I mean, you had a great Hall of Fame career. But let's not try to change history and forget all the bullshit you was doing when you wasn't practicing. When you was grabbing your teammate's penis during the game. What was that about? That was so weird. And then you went to go play with Kobe, and Kobe couldn't stand you. For a year, he said, get your ass on up out of here. What the hell this dude got going on? Kobe couldn't even stand you. Kobe was ready to give you the whole keys to LA. And then he was just like, yo, give me those back, my boy. You're a little strange. Let me get those keys back. Because this shit right here ain't it. Y'all be talking like Kobe. Y'all was just like, Kobe played the last 4 years of his career with like nothing. Remember that? Remember he was like tearing his Achilles and he was breaking his fingers. He was giving it his all. He was damn near giving his whole body as the only asset that the Lakers had left. Everybody forgets that Dwight Howard is the reason why Kobe was there playing there by itself like that. The team was supposed to have been Dwight's at that time, but he screwed him. And now this dude want to come back in 2023. Dwight, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Okay? But you ain't no damn top 10. And you need to stop saying this. You need to stop saying shit like that, man. Because it ain't cool. It's disrespectful for everybody that watched you your first 10 years because you never improved your game. Your damn shoulders, I don't know what the hell that shit was about. Why they were so damn big as a basketball player. You didn't need that shit. And so, look, I ain't about people. Hold on. You wasn't better than Brad Daugherty. Was you better than... Yeah. Rick Smith? Yeah. I'd take Vlade Divac over you. Did you see what Vlade Divac did with the Chris Webber and Peja Stojakovic and Mike Bibby Sacramento Kings? Them boys look like the second coming of Showtime Lakers. I'm taking Vlade Divac. Hold on, let me get to one thing too, because I tried to look this up earlier and I didn't really get to it. But I wanted to show y'all another aspect of Dwight Howard's game of why, no, you ain't top 10. Like I said, he only averaged 4 seasons out of, he was drafted in 2. Dwight Howard played for 16 years in the NBA. And he's trying to tell us that he's a top 10 center of all times. And he only had 4 seasons where he averaged 20 points a game. This is the world that we live in now. We live in a world where people can say anything and people will believe them. While I'm trying to tell, and I'm coming with facts telling y'all that what he's saying is complete bullshit. But you got people out here that's believing what he's saying. We live in this type of society. I was trying to check his free throw percentage. Dwight Howard, for a career, shot 56% at the free throw line. 56% at the free throw line. 56%. And he's comparing himself to Nikola Jokic, who's probably Jokic career stats. Nikola Jokic. You know, if you keep tracking me through these episodes, y'all gonna see that I know basketball. One thing about knowing basketball, there's one stat that you can go to when you can tell if a player is really skilled. Do you want to know what stat that is? That's the free throw percentage. Nikola Jokic shot 82% at the free throw line last year. Meanwhile, Dwight Howard shot 56%. And some of these numbers are abysmal that he shot. His worst year shooting free throws in the NBA, he shot 48% for the Houston Rockets. That means he missed more free throws than he shot. He missed more free throws than he made. And Dwight Howard is trying to tell us in 2023 how great he is. This reminds me of all the LeBron fans that's trying to tell y'all, that's trying to tell everybody that he's the GOAT. Just because you say it, it don't mean that it's real. Just because you say it, it don't. I can say anything. That's the problem, you know. Saying crazy stuff can mess up people's freaking lives. Dwight Howard, you need to chill out, man. You need to enjoy your money that you've made. Dwight, you are an 8-time All-Star. You won a championship with the Lakers in the bubble. I love that team. I appreciate you for what you added to the Lakers that year. But that wasn't, you were a role player. You were coming off the bench, you know. 8 times All NBA, I believe. One, like 3 of them were like first team. The other one was 5. 5 times All Defensive. 2004, 2005, All Rookie. And 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. 3 times, that's great. But Rudy Gobert he had 3 Defensive Player of the Years. I don't think anybody's crowning him top 10 center of all time. He ain't even top 20. He might be top 25 with those 3 Defensive Player of the Years. You get what I'm saying, though. Dwight Howard, you need to chill the hell out. You need to, whatever the hell they got y'all, what you doing over there in Taiwan. I know you're having a ball. I've been overseas before. I've been in Asia. I know why you're over there, probably. But you need to stop selling these damn riddles to people, man. All right? Thanks for joining me for another episode of The O-PINION. Make sure you check out my other episodes. We're gonna have a lot coming up soon. I ain't even really done my grand opening yet for this show. But thanks for the people that's rocking with me. We're gonna keep building this thing up. And until next time, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the episodes too. Right? It don't cost me nothing to hit the like button. All right. Until next time, out.